Alright, so I live in New York, as you can already tell by all the extreme noises in the background. And in New York, there is this very popular place called Ifix, New York, where you can go, basically, to get your phone fixed. It is a third party. It's not Apple or T-Mobile, AT&T, any phone carrier. It's just basically like a third party independent store that fixes phones, mostly like broken screens or like replacement, like if you get your phone wet or stuff like that. So I had found this place online on Google because my phone was cracked and my parents came to visit, and when they saw my phone, my dad was like, "Ah, like what did you do to your phone?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, I cracked it. I'm really sorry." And I had not gone to Apple or T-Mobile. I knew that T-Mobile charged $150, I think it is, to replace your phone, but you would have to wait 3 days without having a phone and blah blah blah. But I had not gone to Apple to see like Apple pricing, so I didn't know. I was just like, "I'm sorry, I broke my phone." And my dad was like, "Find somebody that can fix your phone. We're gonna go and we're gonna fix your phone." This was in March, end of March of this year. So I found iFix New York online and I read all the reviews. And I kid you not, all the reviews were great reviews. There was only like one negative review, but it was all like, "Oh, when I couldn't fix my things at Apple, they would send me to this place. And oh, I've been here a million times and it's great and they do a great job and their service is great, blah, 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 blah." So I go in, they fix my phone, everything's okay, everything's great, I have a new screen. Lo and behold, 3 months later, oh, by the way, they give you this little card, this little coupon card that says $10 off your next purchase. So I was like, okay, this is great. I'm just gonna save this because you never know. Well, apparently I did know. Lo and behold, I managed to crack my screen again in the stupidest way. I threw somebody's phone. Okay. I did not mean to throw somebody's phone. Somebody was like, "Pass me a phone," so I was like, okay, and I grabbed it and I threw it, and they like flipped out. Like they literally saw their phone like fly across the room like hysterically. They were like, I threw it on the bed. I threw it like to the bed. But the phone, instead of landing on the bed, landed on my phone, like right dab in the middle of my phone. It just went on my phone, and my phone just went and cracked. And I was like, this is great. This is just great. Grandioso. So now I gotta take my phone back, which took me a while, but I kept reminding myself, I need to go, because the warranty, when they fixed my phone, they said that it had a 3-month warranty for non-physical damages, and obviously, if you break your screen, it is a physical damage, but I was like, well, let me just see what is up. Like, let me just see what this guarantee can cover, or if it covers anything, and if anything, I'll get $10 off and I'll fix my screen again. So I go in before my 3 months are up, obviously, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's physical damage, we can't fix it, we can't, like, the insurance won't cover it." And I was like, well, look at my phone. Now, my phone, when I got it back from them, I was going to show you on my phone, but we're too far. The screen was basically lifting from 2 sides on the phone. And I knew it, but my phone wasn't cracked and my phone was working, so I just left it alone. And I waited to get a physical damage, and my warranty was gone. That is probably the stupidest thing. If you get a service done and it is not done correctly or properly, please do not follow my advice. Please go in right away and try to fix the issue, because that is their fault. So I was like, look, I know that this is a physical damage. I know that this insurance doesn't cover it, but my screen was lifting, and that wasn't me. And she was like, no, it could have just been that your screen lifted when it cracked. And I was like, no, but I'm not gonna argue with you because I don't have proof, so whatever, just fix my phone here. They fix my phone. They give it back to me, everything's great, everything's fine. About 10 minutes later, my phone completely stops working. My phone just freezes, does not work, does not want to cooperate. So my phone's not working. I go back to the place, and I'm like, listen, like, what did you guys do? My phone's not working. And they were like, oh, okay, let me see. They go in, 5 minutes later, they come back with my phone. They're like, oh, it's working. I was like, oh, okay, fine, my phone's working. I leave, 5 minutes later, it does the exact same thing. And I was like, oh my goodness, my phone doesn't work. What the hell happened? And I go back in again for the second time, and she's like, it's probably that your motherboard is damaged. And if your motherboard is damaged, that's not something that we do. That just means that your phone is going to be basically forever broken. There's no fix to the motherboard, blah, blah, blah. Listen, lady, my phone was perfectly fine when it was broken. So why is it not working now that you supposedly fixed it? What did you do to my phone? So she was like, taking it all easy, all chill, like, she was like, oh, it's the motherboard. We can't do anything. And she kept saying that it was the motherboard, that we couldn't do anything, that I had to take it to Apple or T-Mobile because they couldn't do anything. So I was like, oh my god. So I take it to T-Mobile, and they say, they look at my screen. My screen is fixed. It's not a broken screen. But they say, you know, did you recently get your phone fixed? And I was like, yes. And he goes, okay, well, we can't help you because they probably put in a glass that's not Apple and your phone isn't like compatible with it, blah, 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 blah. If you would have brought it here or to Apple first, then yeah, maybe your guarantee would get guarantee? What is it? I don't know. It's your guarantee, your phone guarantee. I don't know. Would kick in, but it doesn't because you went to somebody to like a third-party store. So I was like, okay. I go back to the store and I'm like, listen, I went to T-Mobile and they said that your glass is not compatible with my phone. And they were like, no, that can't be it. And I was like, okay, well, what? Because my phone was working before. And they were like, we don't know. It's probably the. So they kept saying the motherboard. So they were like, the only thing that we can do for you right now is put back the broken glass and refund you. And I was like, okay, do that because I at least want a working phone. So they put back, so I give them my phone. When they give me my phone, I see my glass and I'm like, that is not my glass. It was worse. It was like, my phone was cracked in the middle, but it just had like a small like crack from the phone that fell on it. And like very, very like faint lines, you know? And they gave me a glass that was completely destroyed at the top. And he was like, no, this one's better because you can actually see your phone. And I was like, but it's completely destroyed, homie. Like, get it together. He was like, no, like, we throw out glasses. We just have a pile. We just pick one out. I can go back there and search. And I was like, no, you know what? I'm done with you people. Like, just give me my refund. I'm leaving. So he was like, okay. They do that. I leave. No. Yeah, they do that. I leave 5 seconds out, walking out of the store, and my phone is still not working. So I go back in the store, and I'm like, hi, you just gave me a worse glass, and my phone is still not working. And he was like, yeah, that just means that it's a motherboard. There's nothing we can do. I have a worse screen on my phone and a non-working phone. So I was like, this is just my life. You know, I try to fix one thing, and 2 more problems come about because Jamel's life is just that amazing. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna take this phone to Apple. So through all of this, the day that I went in to get a refund was the Friday before Memorial Day weekend. Currently, it's been like a week, almost 2 weeks since that happened, and I still don't have a refund. I still don't have $130 that they took from me. I've gone in. I've called. When I call, they tell me to go in because they're going to give me a check. And when I go in, they tell me to not come in because your accountant already put through the money. And when I call my bank, they say that there's no money being put through. So I literally have no idea. I'm out $130. Ifix does not want to help me at all. At all. I don't know what in the world I'm gonna do. I literally messed up time and time and time again, and they do not want to face this problem face on. I am really sorry if you have been to Ifix New York and had a good experience. Good for you. I'm really happy for you. But wow, they're really, really, really bad. They're all okay when they're taking your money, but when it's when you need your money, they're all of a sudden like ghosts and not homie. But that was my rant for today. Be careful who you give your phone to when you fix it. If it's a third party, my best bet, just go to Apple. Just go to Apple. Don't go to Ifix New York. Do that to yourself. Don't play yourself. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!